Hi guys, so I went to a thrift store the other day and I found the most beautiful, whimsical skirt that I have ever seen in my life, and I'm obsessed. Obsessed, it's an understatement. I love it. I bought it even though it is about 5 sizes too big for me. Normally I don't do it. I don't buy skirts or garments that are way too big for me because I'm lazy. Even though I know how to alter clothes, I know how to make clothes from scratch, I'm lazy, like we all are. But when I calculated how much it would be to make this kind of skirt from scratch, with trims, with fabric. This skirt has like 3 to 4 different fabrics, lining, zippers, all that stuff. It would be way more expensive than what I paid for this skirt. I paid only $7. And because the skirt is so much bigger than what I would like it to be, it's not going to be like a quick, easy alteration, but I do still think it's worth it. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. I'm gonna show you the skirt on me in a second, but this is how it looks like up close. As you can see, it has a bunch of little trims connected together. It's very chaotic. It's almost like godets, but it's not really. They're not cut on a bias, but you know, this is what it is. And the hem isn't always fully even, but it doesn't matter. It's very chaotic and there's beauty in it. It gives it a little bit more character and I love it. It's funny because none of the seam allowances are finished. As you can see, they're not finished, none of them, even the ones inside the skirt. I mean, it's fine. Sometimes there's something beautiful about it, but it says dry clean only. And the reason why it says dry clean only is because they just know that if you wash it way too many times, it's going to come apart completely. So it is what it is. I actually washed it in a washing machine and put it in a mesh bag. So just FYI, a lot of the clothes that say dry clean only, you can absolutely wash them in a washing machine. Just use a mesh bag, delicate settings, all that kind of stuff, it will be fine. So the skirt was fine. However, I would not wash it a lot in the washing machine because eventually this seam allowance will completely fray and the skirt will come apart. But anyways, let me show you how it looks like on me. It's fantastic. So this is how the skirt looks like on me. I think it's fantastic. And as you can see, it's way too big. And I'm debating right now if I should make it high waist. So alter it right here and just see how beautiful it is and make it high waist. Or I'm leaning more towards like a mid-rise, low-rise moment. Okay, like let's say right here. Okay, I think this looks a little bit better. It's definitely more trendy, I would say. And I personally, yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. I also thought I could make it a dress, but no. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is take this skirt apart. And to do this, I am going to use something that you all need, which is seam ripper. This is going to be your best friend if you're learning how to sew. This is what I'm going to use to take apart all of the seams. And what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to take the skirt apart at the side seams first, detach the lining and the waistband, zipper. I mean, quite a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth it. I need to figure out how I want to do this skirt. If I wanted to leave all of the panels on the bottom part of the skirt or not. I would rather leave them because it just makes the skirt a little bit bigger. But I just don't know if it's going to look good if I'm going to change the size so drastically. So we shall see. Let's go and take it apart. I tend to make a lot of my clothes and I'm not really used to this kind of job, but as you can see here, this skirt has lining. It has to have lining because it is see-through. And the zipper, instead of being hidden, I'm gonna show it to you. The zipper, instead of being hidden in the lining, it's just fully exposed. Like, I mean, it's fine. It is what it is, but it just would look so much better if it was hidden. So I'm probably going to hide it. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this. If you follow my channel and if you're learning how to sew with me, I'll never teach you this. Yep, that was a typical fast fashion lazy sewing job. I'm going to show you at the end how to do it properly, so definitely stick till the end. A few things that I decided to change that I didn't realize at first is that the trims are one piece. This trim here, it's essentially one long piece that is connected where the zipper is. The same with the hem trim. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to cut it in half and I will probably have to take out 2 godets on each side, so 4 total. I'm still trying to figure it out because I don't want the skirt to be less full. I want it to look as full as possible. So that is what I'm about to see and figure out. It's funny because remaking clothes or just altering them sometimes takes longer than making clothes from scratch, especially if they're way bigger. That's why I don't always remake stuff, but I really want to remake more because it's just more sustainable. It is definitely more sustainable than making clothes from scratch. And you know what? I have a lot of clothes in my closet that I've never worn before. So definitely expect more of remaking, repurposing old clothes content from me. And here I am taking this skirt apart, and it took me all day, FYI. So definitely very tedious work. Some of the thread where the trims are attached broke when I was ripping the side seam, so I'm going to fix it right now so it doesn't move when I sew it later together. But I'm going to give you guys a little tip. The other day I was working with this sewing machine. I couldn't get the tension right on the machine and I was a little worried. I was like, what is going on? I'm doing everything right. And I had some sort of brain fog, of course, and I didn't realize that the needle was too big. It is what it is. So I changed it to way thinner needle. I ordered a bunch of needles from this website called Wawak. I think that's how you pronounce it. WAWAK.com, I think. I'm not sure. They have amazing needles, ton of stuff. So I know a lot of people don't know where to buy stuff when Joann's closed. That is the website. I'm telling you, they have everything. And I bought a bunch of needles from different brands and my stitches are perfect. So if you have problem with your seam and it puckers in a weird way, change the needle. Make sure that the needle matches the fabric. That's just a little tip from me. All right, let's fix those trims. I attached all of the trims back. It's going to make my work a lot easier later. And I also sadly had to take some godets out. Hi guys, this is day 2 of me making this skirt, or redoing it, I guess. So yesterday I decided to take 4 godets. I ripped them off the skirt because again, I would like to have them there for the look, for the fullness of the skirt. I need to make it way smaller than this, and I just don't want to spend crazy amount of time ripping every godet, making it to be a little smaller. No. I'm not doing it. So this skirt, instead of having 30 godets, will have 26 right now, which I don't think it will affect it as much because, again, I need to change the size. So it should be all good. So the godets have to go. I'll keep it for something else. Maybe I can make like a little top with it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'll have enough fabric for that, but we shall see. And what I'm going to do right now is just put the skirt together and see how much I need to take. I did like a rough draft yesterday to see how much I want to take. I want about 80 centimeters in my waist, but I think I'm going to make it a little smaller because I have a feeling this fabric will stretch. It has already stretched a lot. So yeah, we shall see how it goes. Here I am marking my new side seams, making sure both are the same distance from the center. I also had to surprisingly readjust one godet, so I removed the thread, then I pinned it back and sewn it to the skirt again. Very simple job, it made a lot of a difference. I had to move this godet about a centimeter because I needed extra seam allowance, but I think it should be fine. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to connect the side seam, see if it's okay. It should be fine. Then I'm going to add a zipper and cut any extra seam allowance. Okay, let's get into work because I really have to finish it today. Here I am sewing a new side seam on one side, and on the other I'll start by attaching the zipper. As you can see, the seam allowance is crazy big, but it's because in case I need to readjust, make it bigger, I want to have that opportunity. So that's why I'm keeping it like this for now. I'll definitely trim it later, so don't worry. And in general, if you want to know how to sew zippers, I have a lot of videos on different sewing patterns, and in those videos I talk through the process of sewing zippers, so definitely go there if you want to learn. I was freaking out a second ago because I couldn't remove the water soluble marker, but I feel like it's slowly disappearing, which is good. Okay guys, the zipper glides smoothly. I'm not surprised, very happy about it. And here I am attaching the rest of the side seam. I have a skirt right here and I'm going to see if it's going to look good. It's not finished yet, but all the seam allowances are pretty big. Still, I haven't trimmed them yet. I'll see how it works. I think it's going to be fine. I might need to take a little bit extra. Okay, I'll be back in a second. So this is how the skirt looks like. I will have to take a centimeter here And here, because this skirt was originally, I'm assuming, made for high waist. And if you make high waist, the waistband has to be straight. But if you make anything below waist level, it needs to be curved. So my seam has to be curved. A touch here and here. Yeah, it looks good. Even without those extra 4 godets, I think the skirt still looks pretty good. So, all right, let's finish it because I've been working on it way too long. All right, so first I'm pressing the seam allowance flat on one side, and then I press it open and then trim it. I had to be really careful because a few times in my previous projects, I unfortunately cut through the actual garment, so that wasn't fun. And in case you're wondering, I'm using pinking shears here. So here I'm working on the lining. I'm following exactly the same steps as I did with the main fabric when I was making the size smaller. As you can see here, I pinned it on one side and then I'll stitch it together. After that, I'll show you how to attach the zipper, so I'm leaving one side open. To do this, I place the skirt left side out, and then I'm going to attach the right side of zipper tape to the right side of lining. As you can see here, I am pinning perpendicular to the seam, and then also a straight stitch close to the coils, but not through the coils. And essentially, this is how it's going to look like on the inside of the skirt. To do this, I'm going to use cording machine foot. I'm pretty sure you can buy the same one for your home sewing machine. Just FYI, I moved the zipper handle up and then I finished sewing the seam. As you can see here, it looks pretty good. I'm very happy about it. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, follow exactly the same steps. And here I'm just sewing the rest of the side seam. So this is the final result. As you can see, it looks so much cleaner than it did before when I bought the skirt. Obviously, it's an extra step, but at the end, it looks better. All right, now it's time to attach the waistband. I pressed the waistband open, so it's just going to be a little bit easier for me to pin it. And I'm pinning it to the inside of the skirt. And also remember the right side of the waistband to the right side of fabric. Then I'm going to sew a straight stitch in the seam line. I didn't really record it, but then I flipped the waistband to the right side and I'm pinning it perpendicular to the seam, so it's just going to be really easy for me to top stitch it. I also adjusted the hem where the side seams were because it just was a little bit off in certain areas, so I had to trim it a little bit. But in general, this skirt doesn't have even hem throughout, unfortunately, and I didn't adjust it all the way through, just the side seam area, and that's it. The rest I just left it. I think it's still fine. You will see in a second how it looks like at the end. Spoiler alert, I'm very happy with the result. Guys, this skirt turned out so well, exactly how I envisioned it. Look at this. Isn't it perfect? And look, when I spin, it still is very full and looks so flowy. I am obsessed. I was a little nervous at first when I removed those 4 godets because I felt like the skirt just needed as many godets as possible, but still it looks really good. And I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy about it. And I guess the moral of the story is if you like thrifting, you probably will like sewing. Or if you thrift, you should learn how to sew because it will give you so much more options to choose from. So if you're into this kind of content, if you want to learn how to alter your old clothes, definitely follow this channel. I also have a lot of sewing patterns on my website, so go and check them there. All the videos are very thorough, so you'll be able to learn how to sew clothes properly. Not just half-ass job, but like sew them very well, because as you So I was able to fix certain things here on the skirt that were done just a little fast fashion way. And you know what? On this channel, I don't enjoy fast fashion. So if you like sustainable, slow fashion, definitely subscribe. Anyways, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one very, very soon. Bye bye.